Music theory.
Sorry.
Oh no worries. I'm just talking to myself here.
3, 4. That's Lydian.
So you associate it with what it is.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of that.
Now here's the weird thing about it. Now check it out. Like
Okay.
now C major has what sharp?
Oh, C major none. Oh, now it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sharp 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but
4.
how many of them out of 7 notes?
C sharp.
No, C major.
C major none.
But with Lydian now you've got C, D, E, F sharp because this is now C Lydian.
Okay.
So now how many sharps does this have?
1.
1. What key has 1 sharp?
G.
C Lydian is G Ionian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Sorry
Ta-da!
about
No,
that.
that's fine. That's fine. When you have an aha moment like that, it's okay.
Oh my god.
So when we do this and we take this note and we make
'Cause
this
it's
a
F
sharp 4,
sharp.
yeah, you're not putting it in the key signature. You're using it to change the 7 notes.
Ah.
So this is called tonality.
So
and
I'm
this
only
is,
playing the bottom half of the G.
you got it, yeah.
scale.
So like when we do mixolydian, how do you spell mixolydian? Let's get rid of it. The way you spell mixolydian is you have the alter to the major 7th goes to the minor 7th. Because this is the major 7th, minor 7th,
Okay, in between,
major
right.
6, minor 6, perfect 5th.
I remember you doing that.
Yes,
last time.
flat 5, or this is a og 4. This is a perfect 4. There is no half step in between 7 or 1 or 4 and 1 or 4 and 3. This is a flat 3, minor 3rd. So this is a major 3rd. This is a minor 3rd. This is a major 2nd. This is a minor 2nd, and then we have prime or our root.
A
our
root.
foundation.
So everything.
Or tonic is a better way to explain
So
it.
everything on the actual
Blah, blah, blah.
scale is major.
Yeah,
And then everything in
here's the thing,
between
it doesn't
is
have a
minor.
major or a minor. The
Oh,
idea
okay.
is everything here has 3 states of being. Every single note when it is sharpened, so you have a note and you go up in tone, right? And
then
that's
flat.
called an augmentation. So every note can go up a half step or down a half step. The opposite of augmentation is a diminish.
Yeah, diminish. It is.
So the idea is if you go up a note, great. If you go down a note, great. You could go down double notes. You could go up double notes. But the idea, let's not get there. But the idea is each one of these can only be in one state, major or minor, for the 2, the 3, the 6, and the 7. Perfect notes can be the 1. Oops.
1, 4.
You got it. The 1, 4,
5.
5, and 8. Octave, prime.
1 and 8. 1 and 8. Yeah. Octave.
Right. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
2. And then the other ones are augs and diminish. Now here's where it gets really interesting. We can't jump so far off of here, so you're not going to see this, but I want you to see this. How do you spell C Lydian? I'm sorry, C mixolydian now. We flattened Ready?
Yep.
Go.
C.
Say 1. Go for it. 1,
D.
1,
C1.
2,
Oh,
3. That's not an E flat, is it? This isn't C minor, is it? It's C
No,
major.
C
Cool,
major,
cool.
yeah.
So there's no flat 3, flat 6. It's only a flat 7. So here we go. 4,
Okay, so
5, 6, and
A flat.
flat 7.
Okay.
When you write notes or letters,
Okay, so mix is flat 7. This is nothing. This is sharp.
yeah, these are all the major modes. This is the 4 chord. This is the 1 chord. This is the 5 chord. Dorian is the 2 chord. Is this a major or a minor?
Minor,
Cool.
minor.
How do we make any major a minor? 1, 2,
the 4,
flat
the
3,
flat 6 and 7.
You got it. The thing about Dorian that makes Dorian Dorian, it has a natural 6. What did you do? You just put back the natural note. So when you see Dorian, here's what it looks like. And this might even help. Ready? This is Dorian. We're in the key of, let's say, D. E flat, A flat, B flat. This is C, natural minor. Ready? Now, this is Dorian.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
when
see
we have
that.
C, no sharps and no flats. So here we go. Ready? C, D, E, flat, F, G, A, B flat, C. Sorry, that's supposed to be in space. Gotta have that flat 7.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. And I can sing them out loud because I've done it 1,000 times. Now, can I show you something cool?
Sure can.
You said that you can't sing, but I've heard you sing, and I think you can. Watch what I'm about to show you, and this will break your brain. When we're doing something like...
Super light strings. But
So this was, what, C Dorian?
so cool.
It is, but here's the idea. It's countless hours of practicing that. So pick any note from that. C, D, E, flat, F, G, A.
That's fucking... Your fingers remember and your brain remembers.
Yeah, so you can start hearing harmonies above yourself, and it's fun to sing and play that, like spooging on stage or something.
I've never done that.
Cool. So you can do it with majors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3. So you can practice each one of those, and you can play the modus, but
That
then you
makes
can.
your ear cherry, huh?
Oh man, yeah, it makes your ear and you're playing perfect on tape. Or how about this? It texts it so you can be the best possible you musically you can.
I understand that.
And I've never seen anybody else do that. I stumbled upon listening to Frank Zappa's guitarist Ike Willis. Ray White doing City of Tiny Lights, and he's like,
he's singing on his
while he's
beat?
playing, and then switches and he's doing harmonies while he's playing. I was like, oh, I gotta do that. But when I started doing it and learning how to do that,
cool.
isn't it? And I just enjoy the heck out of it.
Can you send me that track?
I can. This whiteboard's weird. Sorry about that. The lighting's kind of funky, and I think it's backwards. And I could write backwards, but then it'd be weird. Yeah, we're gonna write a song, Blockhead. We're just going through a little music theory and explaining moduses. Modal. We're almost at the end. Give us 2 seconds, then we're gonna write a song. Sorry, we're boring you.
I might have to take a quick bathroom when you're done with this.
Cool.
Between our
How do you make any major minor? 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5.
flat 6, flat 6.
You
So
betcha.
this is major, this is minor.
Yeah, and this is
those skeletons. Huh?
Yes, and this is the minor. This is the minor
3,
6.
6.
Right? And then
Yeah.
Phrygian. And these are all in order of lightest mode to darkest mode.
Right. So this. Okay.
And
okay.
and here's watch this. And the Phrygian is the third mode because it's the third note. And here's the crux. When you do half whole, whole half, you get your spelling. The reason why these are these spellings, this Aeolian 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7 is starting from this note. What's your 6th scale degree? A. So if you go A, B flat, I'm sorry. Am I going?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So E flat, A flat, B flat. If you go A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, you are quite literally talking about playing a minor modus. You are talking about Aeolian.
Yeah.
The steps in between them are this: 1 to 2, A flat to B flat. Yeah, that's a whole step. Then it goes to a flat 3. Well, yeah, B flat to C is a half step. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it lines you up. And the next one, Phrygian. Phrygian is, all these are minor modes. All of them are based off of Aeolian, right? Dorian has what? Natural 6. You just alter it so it has a happier, lighter, airier tone. Mm-hmm. When you put this as a flat 6, it makes Dorian a little bit darker. That's why we're showing them in order. The next one would have 4, 5, 6, and 7. But as you know, these are flat, right? Phrygian has a flat 2.
So they just keep adding flats.
You gotcha. Yeah, and that's how we do it. And this goes around the circle of sharps or flats. And it correlates with your family chords. So when you're playing a chord up here, like on the circle, and you've got C, G, D, when you go to a key over here that's like E flat or D flat, that's way away from your center or family of chords, it feels weird. And the reason why Frank Zappa and Kurt Cobain and Nirvana and bands we like are good is because they either knew it or dumbfoundedly stumbled into writing the perfect chord progressions using the weirdest relativity, and then the melody they wrote over the top, perfect.
either luck or they're just they're either learned adapted.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just the time in the 90s, but I didn't pay Nirvana enough attention, and now that I have students that I teach Nirvana to, I'm blown away about how good it is. I am absolutely blown away. It just breaks my brain knowing musical theory how...
It's hard to
Yeah.
write progression that it's catchy, that doesn't sound like.
And I want you to do the last one here. You ready? This one's based off of the last one. What is the last note in every one of these? It's the major 7, but
it's the diminished.
It is. So it has a completely weird feel. This one's called Locrian.
Locrian. I like that name.
It's wonderful, isn't it? So this one has 1, flat 2, right?
Right.
Flat 3.
Flat 3, 4,
right?
5, flat 6, flat 7.
Yeah. So this one has a 4, natural 4, because it has the sub in there, but it adds the flat 5. It gives you your diminished 5, your tonus.
So that one has
dissonance between all these is ridiculous. So
okay. So the 7s are not flats at all.
Every 7 is a flat in every modus except for the first 2. After that, it is called.
Okay, it
is called the
7.
minor 7th or the
Flat
lending
5.
tone.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
And what we're doing to cause more dissonance in all the minor keys is whenever you have this note going into this note, it's always a half step. The 3 to 4 half step, 7 to 8. So T-do is an amazing resolution. Now listen, yeah, it's a half step or a minor second. Now listen to it as a major second. It still resolves, but it doesn't have that falling off a cliff.
Like whoa,
you got it.
Yeah.
So when you practice playing them on order,
I think I need to practice a guitar.
oh no, bass. Play the bass.
I'll play the bass.
Plop that thing.
I'll play the bass, but
and be able to go C D E F sharp G A B C C D E F G A B C C D E F G A B flat C C D E flat F G A B flat C. That's a hard one.
Gotcha.
It's super, yeah. 1 2 E C D E flat F G A flat B flat C C D flat E flat.
That's gnarly.
G. It is.
That's
it's hard.
gnarly.
G A flat B flat C and then C D flat E flat F. And then think about that half step, F to F sharp.
All half. That's gnarly.
So it
the
has
whole
this-
thing slides back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here, this will be the last
That's
thing I'll leave
crazy.
you on. This might break your brain.
Sure.
But when I'm soloing, I'm not thinking about where am I.
So what? Yeah. So what is it?
So
Because I was just gonna say something. I'd like to do either this on the
Flashbacks.
piano,
yeah,
and listen
piano,
to it,
bass, and guitar.
so I can train my ear.
And here's how. Do your sharps.
That's all.
Not this fast. Yeah, but it's everything. Do
Yeah.
1 2 3.
Yeah.
C D E F sharp G A
Yeah.
B C
Yeah.
C D E F G A.
Ionian.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes, and then when you get to Dorian, C D E flat F G A B flat C.
It's not that hard.
It isn't. It's just it takes hours of doing it, and once you get them down, and you're like, okay, today is Tuesday. I'm gonna wake up and do just Lydian.
The hours is teaching this guy to do it, huh?
Yeah, and the muscle memory comes, and then the next step of the adventure is being like C D E F sharp G A B C. G A B C sharp D E F sharp G and being able to go through all of them. Because when you hear D Lydian and you're like D E F sharp G sharp A B C sharp, and then you go through your next sharp, you're like, oh, D Lydian has 3 sharps. D Lydian is A major. A major is F sharp minor. So when you're doing
D and A.
yeah, here I'm in D Lydian, but now I'm in A.
And
Now I'm in F sharp minor.
I could do that here.
pentatonic.
The backside of
Yeah, and I go
A,
all over.
Backside of the A. Right. It's all the same scale, it's just the different names and the different sides, huh?
And the way that I feel is in my own musicality is if you're not trying to be perfect on anything, but you try to incorporate the wrong notes. If you're even that, what was that? Like a. Well, that's not really part of that major motif, is it? Well, you have 3 motuses to go from. The fingers on that note, if you've practiced going... You can do a diminished run. Yeah, and then because I know that I'm intrinsically in the key of A or F sharp minor, I can use my lending or leading tone, E7 or E dominant or G sharp diminished. Or any variation of any diminished, because they're almost all the same. They build tension.
Overlap. Yeah. Okay.
So if I flub, and I call them like Trey flubs, Trey Anastasia flubs, just at the particular time I learned you don't have to be defined. At a certain point, it's like wax on, wax off. You've done it so many times that you do. I didn't know that I was going to go to that wrong note, but I knew that the right note was only that half step away. So I shot for that and I went up. It could be like that. Could be way off. Then you go through the chords in your mind. Well, if I'm moving here, what does an augmented feel like? Does it resolve back to like a relative minor?
No.
Can I find my way back to any major? Can I use the circle of fifth to like be like, okay, what does a D major and then to an E flat major sound like? And then a resolution to an E. And you don't really think of it like playing a full chord of the E flat. I'm like, oh.
Right, just the bottoms, yeah.
I'll do a diminished run and then I'll be right into E because it always will fit. You can always hear this chord. Always will work.
The sharp, the flat.
Right. So being able to go just like.
You know, when you say the other bands.
You know, you can move downward in progression too. Now there's whole other ways to do stuff like called tritone substitutions and secondary dominants for modulations, but we'll get way into that. But like with what we just did right here, if I were to say pick a chord from the key of G major, your options to say for me is you could say, oh, do you want a progression? Would you like it to be monotonal, atonal? Do you want to have it have different time signatures? Be like, I don't know, let's try something. How about name any key? Hi, Rachel. Blockhead. Yeah, we're just chatting, talking. Dad, I love you. Please come home. Oh, Frazier. Jesus. Sorry to hear that.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what, Dad, if you're watching this, go home. If it's any consolation, my dad was there and he wasn't there. He was kind of... Then again, I turned out TV. All right, let's do this. I don't know. I'm 40-something, man. I got to say... Yo, do it. I was a little weirded out by therapy when I was younger. After taking therapy, I can't believe that I waited my whole life to go talk to somebody else about my issues. I would say if you have health insurance, go do it. If you don't have health insurance, find somebody that'll help you do it. Yeah. Or talk to my wife. Devil's Afflet escalates. Oh no, is somebody? Frank Zappa is whack. Those flats are weird. Yeah, duh, 5 or 5 flats correlate. Yeah, Locrian's out there. Devil, have we seen each other? I'm doing a little segment right now called Songs for Satan that you might really enjoy. I don't know. Or suggest something. The Dark Lord works in mysterious ways. I like Black Sabbath and heavy metal, Megadeth. In fact, I like all music, really. So, your streams aren't working? Oh no. Like, personally, they're not working because of the setup, or they're not working because the content's kind of or people are mean and crazy. Ask questions. Maybe I could have some insight. Although I'm just a dude, I don't know. I've got a couple thousand people on this channel. I really enjoy all my subscribers. Some people don't check back in, but I try to be as constant with everybody that tunes in. Other than that, I really like the theory, and there's a couple people like Zach that I've been playing with. In fact, if I really knew how to work this YouTube, I would type a comment in here. I don't even know how to comment in here. I don't think I can comment on my own thing. I don't know though. Who knows? I'm not good with technology. However, I took the time to learn how to play guitar, and I am good with guitar. So, and then again, I don't really take myself too seriously either. Does anybody have a quick request while I'm waiting for Zach to get back, or I can just play an original? Yeah, every time I do a gig, it's always a learning experience for myself too. I played thousands of gigs too. Darling, 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 walking by with me. Oh, got so much, you got so much. Many times I've known, many times been bitten, many man can see the open road. But it looks like London, somehow silver lining. I look for my dream in a pocket full of gold.
somehow silver lining. Now I live for my dream in a pocket full of gold. You really only know. You really only know.
Hi, Chris. Why don't you have a seat? Okay.
Oh, Chris Hansen, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two cheeks like crimson and clover, and tell me that my lonesome nights are over. Chris Hansen, give me a dream. I'm so alone now, it's somewhat obscene. Please bring out your magic dreams. Mr. Hansen, bring me a dream.
All right.
Yep. Oh, you replaying that the whole time?
A little bit. I switched over.
Oh, I was like, shit, that thing's louder.
Anywho. Hi, Totally. Can I sing a song about My Name is Chris too? Yeah. Again, actually, my buddy's back. We're gonna finish writing a little tune. This is gonna accumulate, wrap up an idea. Each time that he and I get together, we go over a little bit of music's theory. One, so we learn how to communicate musically. Two, so we inevitably can we write a couple songs which use actual music theory and have fun with them in the process. We generally do these live, and I don't go back. I mean, I do thousands of things on this YouTube channel. You should check out the channel if you haven't. I generally don't ever go back and watch myself play. I've played thousands of gigs. I know what I sound like. My practice time is more important than going watching myself doing stuff. Unless I'm playing something and I'm going back to look for my errors because I want to correct them. But then again, I practice. Yeah. Like I just learned a tune that requires this. Where's the headlight?
I like on the table. Sorry, bro. What is that?
It's a fish tune.
Gnarly, huh?
Yeah, it's very gnarly, and there's moving parts, and it's extremely hard. The idea is you can't just learn one thing like that and regurgitate it when you know 20, 40, 50, 100,000 songs. That's something I have to work on probably once a month until it's just solidified. And then,
Playing the tune?
yeah, and then 20 years from now, somebody will say, "Hey, can you play My Friend, My Friend?" And I'll be like, "Absolutely." It'll take 2 seconds, but it will come out. So the ones that always get me are when you do bands like Led Zeppelin and they do something like, you know, like an alternate tuning, and then you're on stage and you're trying to figure out really quick, and you're like, "Why can't I remember this song?" And then you're like, "Oh, it's a DAG-ad. There's no real complexity to it. It's just knowing that it's in a different tuning and then being able to do that."
That's crazy.
Are you and Rachel still together? Yeah. Like tonight or in general? You ever heard Mitch Hedberg? He's like,
Mitch Hedberg, I know that guy.
yeah,
He's funny.
I don't have a girlfriend, but I do know somebody that would be very upset if they heard me say that.
He's like,
Such a
if
funny.
If you're lost in the woods, build a house.
Build a house. I like everybody except for purple people. Fuck purple people.
Sir, do you need a bag? It's 9 apples. No, I juggle.
Yeah. His humor is my favorite humor, I think.
Wow.
That and like Louis Black. Like
I can't believe you know him.
I went in to go get
How
a
many guys
donut, and they asked me if I want a receipt, and I said no, thank you. We do not need to bring pen and paper into this.
Yeah, yes.
The way he delivers.
Yeah,
Into this. Into
yeah,
this.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
So
I
cute.
listened to a CD of him.
All right, I'm not gonna not interact with the audience, but I want to turn this around so the audience can kind of see what we're doing as well. We'll turn it around. We have a groove going on. So for this, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be showing the screen. So for anybody who's never written a song, this is a way to do it. This isn't the way to do it. This is a way to do it. We chose from the circle of fifths to play in the key of G. Now that might change depending on what we do. But the circle fifths allows us to see key signatures in order of 7 notes. The one we chose is G major, which has a prime, a 1, it has a major 4th, a major 5th. This is why most music is 1, 4, 5 type of music. Then we have our 2 chord, we have our minor 6, we have our 3 chord, and then our diminished 7. So hypothetically, we don't need the rest of this circle to know what our family chords are. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, and then F sharp diminished. So what generally happens is you write some sort of progression based off of these chord intervals. They are pleasing to themselves and they cause either consonants or they cause diminished or dissonances. The reason why I like the circle fifth being up is because if we're playing in the key of G, there is no F natural. However, if we go to the minor 7th, we could use F major all day long, F A C rather than F sharp A C, and completely disregard that 1 sharp in the key. So what we're gonna do, Zach, you want to throw out a chord?
Let's go E.
Cool. So we're gonna do a minor 6. That's great. When we do it, I like to write big old bars, something like this.
Mind if I put it on my Instagram?
No, not at all. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I don't do the social medias, but I encourage anybody who likes music to copy what I'm doing and do it on their own. You know, stay in your lane. But once you get a couple different ideas, you can also help other people to achieve fun. And for me, the best part of this is getting these silly songs out of my brain. Now, this is a conquest where we're just writing a song. But now, set us up with measures. The first measure always gets a double bar because that's how we know that where we're starting. And the last measure always gets a double bar. Now, I'm going to put it in there, but I don't think we're going to go all the way down there. All right. And because usually you want equal temperament, we would have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this last row right here. Perfect. There's going to be another row right here. Dig it? Zoinks. Cool. For those of you who are watching, we're just tabbing out, writing out what this could or should look like. And then how about just pick a time signature? It could alter and change later.
I'm just going to do the same old, good old, trustworthy
4/4.
4/4.
Another name for 4/4 is common time because it is the most common time. Yeah, common time.
Okay.
So when you see a C, it means 4/4. What's half of 4/4?
2/4.
2/2.
Oh,
Cut time.
cut time.
You got it. And it just feels like eighth notes. It still feels like 4/4. You could even count it in 4, but you just give it eighths. And it would be like saying 2/8. All these things are divisible. It's all math. Cool. So simple meter here. So we're going to start with our 6. And the reason why we are doing this with our key signature up here and then we're doing it with our Roman numeral notation is because let's say we write this and we're like, this sucks in the key of G. What if we did it in the key of C? C is no longer the E. We'd have C, D, E, F, G, A. This is now an A minor. If you write E here, you have to go back and redo the whole song.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Now we're able to use the song we've just written. But now we don't have to rewrite it. We just modulate.
Move it right.
Yeah, we change the key signature. We
Makes
transpose.
sense.
Cool. So it saves time in the long run. Our 6 chord. So we have 4/4. So how fast do you want this to be?
Oh,
Moderately is about this. About 80 beats. Rock and roll is at like 120.
I'm about a 130, 40.
Cool. So we're gonna play this in like
Try that.
130. Well, how about 120? We'll play it at
120?
60 to
Sounds
practice it, and then
Okay.
we'll do it.
Okay.
All music should be practiced at half the amount of speed, the speed you're going to play at it, and then double the speed, like 220 or something. So you can
I
feel
agree.
it.
I
Yeah.
read that.
If we wrote this song and it sounded like it was rock and roll, I would also try it in reggae. I would also try all the chords once they're all written. I would try it in rock and roll, rap, R&B, country.
You never know, huh?
Yeah, you never know what the catches and the ideas. I'm open to so many different genres that why one? Why not have it a fusion amalgamation and find a sound that's original and have fun with it? So we start with our 6th chord. Now, I do want to put a little caveat here. We could change it in a minute, but generally there is a rule and an order of the things. We'd have like our 3 chord loves to go to the 6 chord. It absolutely loves to go to the 2, or it loves to go to the 4, or it absolutely loves to go to the 5 chord, or it loves to go to the 7, or it's absolutely amazing and love trying to go back to that the 1 chord. Some of these could skip chords. Some of these have ways of just jumping around in order. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
But we have a 6 right here. It would make sense that we want to go this way in order and keep going so we could get back to the tonic. But the 5 and the 7 share a trait. If you play the 5 of this chord as a 5 dominant, D7, it sounds like your F sharp. And we'll get into this way later, but that is the secondary dominant function. So right here we have an E minor.
Yes.
What are you feeling?
According to that, let's try C, D, A.
Cool. So
Minor.
A is what? A minor is a minor 2. So you're going to the next. Sure.
Try
Shoots.
that.
Shoots.
And then from there, we can try go to the, what's number 5, D.
5 would be a D, yeah, 5 chord.
And, yes, back to
Now, just because music's in my blood here, 2-5-1 is a standard jazz notation. So throwing a minor in front of it is no big deal. You're putting a hat on a hat with a minor chord and a minor chord.
Is that okay?
Sure, everything's okay. You'll hear it when you hear it. And when you hear the chord, you'll be like, oh, that sucks. Or, oh, that's not bad.
Right. It
And then
depends
you can
also-
change that with any other minor in the chord.
But it does matter. I mean, it may, this may sound junk.
You got it.
This one, but it's not gonna sound good.
It's causality, it's timing,
Sorry.
it's
That's
it's
so
everything.
crazy.
It is, isn't it? So like personally, like I'm not going to infiltrate what you're doing here, but I would have gone like, cool, this is my 6 chord, maybe like a G augmented, and then a G that would have a kind of like a James Bondy feel. Yeah, the G augmented would feel like a E major minor chord. Now I don't want to get into chord extensions, but it's a way that you can play around it. All right, throw out another one right after here. It can be the 1.
Yeah.
And the idea is the 1's the tonic, remember? The 5 is the dominant. The 7 is the lending or the leading tone. The 2 is going to be the subtonic. So you could leave a phrasing unresolved and go back to the 2, but since you have a 2 here, you don't want to overuse your 2, kind of. But you can. What next chord do you want to try?
Okay. Overuse your 2. Okay, yeah, okay. You choose the next one. I'm not sure.
Okay. 1 chord. It will always feels good to go from the 5 chord to the 1 chord every single time. Now the choice is, do you want to repeat this phrasing here, which is what most music does? I mean, you could alter just a little bit. In fact, you can do anything you want to, really. If you went with the major...
So I see what you're saying, because they just kind of closed it.
Yeah, and if you played the same thing, can I?
Yeah.
6
sure.
chord.
Let's try it.
What's like the 2 in our major?
The 4.
The 4.
The
Shoot.
4.
So let's try the 4 chord.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what's like the 5 chord?
The 7.
The 7. Cool. Or we could just play the 5 as a 5 dominant. It's gonna feel like it. In this case, it's a D7 rather than playing an F sharp. D7 would be D, F sharp, A, and then C. F sharp is F sharp, A, C. You would just have 3 of the notes that are already in that other note there.
Right, in
Yep.
ukulele, I know it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's the D chord and then the C, right?
Yeah, and then
It's
back
a
to the
D7,
1.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So when you have this, you're seeing these notes go true here. Here's the next phrasing here. We could choose to keep it the same or not, or put it on repeat. Or you could do the whole thing, and then this time don't change. You could do this the first time, and then the second time do this. So we repeat this. Put a little repeat with 2 dots here. Do 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 dot dot. So it's
Okay.
1 2 3 4 2 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3.
I got you.
It's a different pathway.
I got a question real quick.
Yes,
It's like
sir.
kind of like how you, for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you learned, did you try to apply what you already know, taught yourself,
Mm-hmm.
to theory?
Yes,
Like,
what
apply
I
theory
did.
to what you already know.
What you learn in collegial is to do music analyzation and do it through the eyes of basic music foundation. So when you study Bach, you tend to notice tendencies in the playing habits. When you
Yes,
study
right.
Hayden or
Everybody
Frank
has
Zappa.
their habits.
Yeah. Widespread Panic, Pearl Jam. Just every band, every artist, no matter who they are.
Per person, right?
Yeah, Joni Mitchell. You know.
You, me.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea is, I had 2 brothers which helped me understand music, and I didn't fully understand music till I let go of my ego. And when I let go of my ego and realized I was nothing, music began to make more sense. And I didn't take myself as my glass is half full or half empty. I am the glass. I am the knowledge. I am the water. I'm
bottomless.
I'm so thankful for the few musicians that showed me in life that music is mine. It's nobody else's. It's mine. I get to do it because it's mine. You can partake in it, but it's mine. Nothing can take that away. And the fact is,
right.
It feels like the reason why most people are good at what they do is they spend time, energy, and they love it. So I'm glad I'm teaching right now, and I'm really glad that I'm able to play in a project and be able to do this because it helps itch that little thing in my brain, which helps me do my day. It's therapeutic. It really is. And
Okay.
yeah. So
Cool.
this stuff is
that's right on.
the way that it is you do music analyzation. So the concept behind it is right now you're writing, which is one way. The other way is to study other musicians and see what they do. So when you're like, at home drawing pictures of mountains,
That's what you just did when you said you're harmonizing with.
you got it. And you do things that are outside your box. You practice them for 2 weeks, and then you try to put them into an application like a song. Or you listen to music which challenges you to listen to that other stuff. Or you don't take any of this too seriously, and you just plug in and play three notes or 3 chords or whatever.
Right.
There is no gauge on the level at which music affects each individual. So yeah, let's pick another venture here. We went to the 6 here after doing that both times.
Okay, yeah, good.
So let's try something weird in music, just because I know what I'm doing. I don't need a program to do this, and let's see if it works.
Right.
The 3rd here is the minor 3rd. What would it sound like if we went and played a B flat major or a B major? So let's put in here, let's put the 3, but let's not put it as a minor 3rd. Let's put it as a major 3rd. Let's see what kind of trouble that causes. Now remember our circle 5th when we had C, D, D, right? B is all the way down here.
There's 5 or 5.
Yeah, and it causes a minor tonality. Now here's the thing. When you do chord analyzation on B minor, you realize B minor is the 3rd in the key of G, right? Well, in the key of A, it's the 2.
Yeah.
Well, what is B minor, the minor 6th then? The key of D. Right?
B minor, should I run? B minor what?
B minor?
Yeah.
In the key of D is the minor 6. Right. In the key of G, it's the 3rd. In the key of A,
1, 2, 3, 4.
you got it.
Yeah.
So when we play the B minor here, these chords might feel a little funky, but when we play this as a B major, is there a B major in the key of G?
Yes.
No, it's a minor.
Oh, major. Sorry.
Right, is there a major? No.
Flat
So
or
no.
sharp, not minor.
So it changed the tonality. Is there one in the key of A? No. Change it to, is there one in D? No.
No.
So 3 of the chords that you were playing now shift, and your tone of center is gone. It is now shifted to a chord that has B major, which wouldn't be the G, A, and D. What is B major, the 1 in? B major. What is B major, the 4 in?
E.
Yeah. E, F sharp, G, A, B is the 5th. So what's the note right before?
A, B, C, D, D. Sorry? 4, right? D.
Well, look at it from here. You could even go B and go back. E here.
Yeah.
So here.
That's after.
You betcha, F sharp. How many sharps and flats are there in the key of C?
0.
How many are there in the key of F? There's 1 flat. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. When you make F a sharp and G a sharp and A a sharp and then you make B a sharp, it goes to B natural.
Major. Yeah.
Shoots.
Natural,
Why
yes.
does F sharp have 7 sharps? Because B flat's in the key of F. When you sharpen it all, you get this.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
That's right. I remember.
So in the key of F sharp, what
That's
is?
right, sharp,
what
sharp,
is-
sharp, sharp,
Yeah,
right,
major fourth.
right.
Cool, huh? So
I remember.
I know that I'm able to go blah, and this is what I see in real time when playing, but I don't think of the mathematics and the music and Pythagoras and waveforms. I just have fun.
That's so
It's-
cool.
And you
That's
can do
so
this as
cool.
know, and I know
I think
I
can
know
too.
from experience because I know that I'm a dummy, and I know I know what I'm able to understand, and I know what I'm not.
That's
So
well, I appreciate you trying to show me, man.
now
And
let's just do a
really
common
good,
time
man.
substitution. Let's go back to the B minor.
Okay.
It's only gonna feel weird for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah. And then because we're in the B minor,
Yeah.
let's just do a descending cadence. Let's go to the A minor and then back to the G. We're gonna end that right there. This is our A section. Let's play it.
All right.
Or I can play it.
Yeah. Can I listen?
Here we go. Ready? Here's it. In the year 2525. No. Okay. So we have an E minor. Here are the chords. Just an E minor, and then we have a A minor, and then we've got a D major, and then
Not
a
a G.
G.
Whoa, that's going. It's kind of gonna set.
That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad.
Now we have an E minor, and we're going to the major fourth now.
Yeah.
Now a
sick.
D dominant, and then back to the G.
Oh, that sounds like a.
So now it's the same thing. E minor, A minor, D major, G. Now here's the B major,
Okay, sick. I like it.
B minor,
Okay, yeah.
A minor, G.
Okay.
And I don't like the G there.
I don't either.
So what would be
It's too
the best?
repetitive.
It's too it is. So what would be the best thing? We are gonna close the end of this cadence on a relative minor. Same as G, it's the E minor. It's what you started
You're
with.
so mental.
But what this is called,
You are
called a
so gnarly,
it's
bro.
called a deceptive cadence.
You are crazy.
So then when we do go here, so here, watch this. Now watch this.
What the?
We changed to a major into a minor, so let's do the same thing
So
with changing our relativity on.
Okay, shit.
And it doesn't matter because you could have done
That's
like
so cool.
or
I like that
I like
way
that
better.
one. Well, how about
That's okay.
common tone relativity on the A minor?
Not
B
bad.
major, B minor, A minor, B flat major, way
Oh.
away from the center of tone. Because
That's
it's
not too
it
bad,
went from
though.
right here to over here.
Right.
And from that, I could have done like a, and then gone right back into the another. Was it? You feel the resolution on the F, kinda. But yeah, how about this? Putting a group to it.
That's so neat. That works.
And then the B part. Common tone change to the
Uh-huh.
major six.
This sounds like medieval stuff.
Cool.
You know
And
what I mean?
you know, medieval. What do you mean by that?
Like when you watch movies like medieval times when they fight with swords and they shoot arrows with flames, and then they go have a big feast and they play that kind of
Okay.
song.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I say that here. The common tone challenge you. Let's change to 6/4.
Okay.
Or how about this? 6/8. Make it a little lighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4,
So
5,
was
6.
this? Is it? I have a question. I don't know if it's
Yes.
dumb or what, but is there like is the denominator? I guess
Mhm.
would it be always in the multiple 4?
Yeah, basically you have 3 different types of meter. You've got duple, tuple, and quadruple. When you have duple, anything that's duple, of course, has 2 in it. When you go to common time, this is a single meter. Both of these are simple meter. But then if you were to do 8/8, you would just reduce it least common multiple. Same way fractions work. How many times does 4 go into 8? 2, yeah. It's the same thing. So it cancels, all this nonsense cancels it out.
So there's no such thing as a...
Well, hold on, wait for it. The next thing you would do is like see something like this, 9/8.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means like you had, yeah, you had quarter, 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 quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and they're all kind of supposed to be like eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note. Yeah.
A little bit shorter than 8.
So the idea is, the hell with reading that. If you want to just get those quarters, you can
3,
now take
4.
a half note, which is worth how many notes?
6.
How many beats is a half note?
About 2.
Yeah. So a dotted half note takes half of the value. Watch this. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3, 6, 9. 9, 8. That is still divisible by doing eighth notes in here. And you have one. Now watch it. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. That's it. And tuple it, tuple it. That's why ta 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 works over the top of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But English words are so silly when you could go ta 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 ta. There's just so many other ways to describe it. Anyway, that is a great conclusion you had on there. Right here, what I have is just the jam. I know it seems weird, but this can go for 24 measures. Right?
Yeah.
Ask me what this means.
What does that mean?
It means you repeat the measure before.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And you just do this. Okay, this. Play this. And you repeat it again. Then you move on.
You betcha.
Okay.
And watch this. Now, I can just move this down a little bit. I'm going to put the A right back here. This whole thing, rather than rewriting it, we're just going to go C, A. Okay. Or you could put up here,
Repeat.
repeat. Now watch this. Right here after this does, D, C, Al, Coda.
What is DC?
Directly to the top, to the cabo. Cabo,
Oh, Cabo. What?
Coda. Head and tail. This is the head. The coda. The tail, cabo. Cabo wabo.
Yeah, Cabo Wabo.
Cabo
Tail-
wabo.
Oh, that's
yeah. Your tail wabo. You're dancing,
Oh,
brother.
I didn't know that.
Cabo wobbles
I
everywhere.
read the Cabo
Yeah,
Wabo
absolutely.
tequila.
You betcha.
You
Your
know?
butt shaking. There you go. So,
Oh,
little about
shucks.
life, little about music today. And then when you do that D Sal coda, you go up here, you're done. Now watch this. I want to keep doing this, but I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put a little S here and a little S here. We're going to do this one again. After it goes through here, here's the order of this song. Pretty simple, and I want to have an outro. So here's our C. So D Sal coda. The coda is going to go right here. Coda can go here. Coda is a circle with a cross in it, or a T.
The head of the. What does that mean?
It's coda. It's basically the thing you went up here to go to, and then when you get done going to here, you're going to go back to it right here. So it's a little. If we're playing Super Mario Brothers,
It's like
a warp zone.
transport.
You
Yeah,
betcha.
portal. Yeah. I understood exactly right when you threw the second.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
You go down here, you end up right here. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea there. And now here's where it gets interesting.
Oh, I see. That's a pipe.
So here's what this.
That's the tunnel.
Here's what the whole song sounds like.
You have a bass, right?
No, do it to it. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 1. Well, I'm sorry, it's not 6 yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. My bad. major.
I got CK.
Cool, you said?
Yeah,
Oh, that still is 4, isn't it? My bad.
it is still 4.
It is, yeah. I felt 6. Felt 6 though. I mean,
okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. You can do 12/8.
Is it roll? Oh, it doesn't even matter how.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
12/8 awfully much feels like that. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So that's the feeling of the groove. 1, 2. The reason why I do that is talking about things that nobody cares. See how I can't play music without hearing everything. That is sweet. Right? All music is the same. So the idea is you can't jump into other songs and get doubted. You can't doubt yourself. And if not, you just change it. So I like that feeling of if it was 90s pop music, it would be
yeah, it would be. It's like yeah, like mine. It would be like that.
Hear how I changed the common tonality there? I went to E minor.
So you can go swap E minor.
Absolutely, all day long.
And any song anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed what you were doing.
Yeah,
You're,
this is octave,
you're
octave.
you're octave. You avoided
So
the
you-
third, so I have
You
open
can get
range.
whatever you
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
The problem is when you switch back and forth between two of those, it kind of gets jumbled, and you don't want to. It builds tension if you go from a major chord into a minor, and you're doing this. So if the whole groove on this jam section here,
So this would keep you major, yeah.
yeah, and you can move through it. You can do. And then, since it's just free flow and you're inside of a chord and
That's
playing.
so cool. I see.
Yeah.
Thanks for drawing. My map is getting a little bit bigger.
Cool. Yeah, so you see, it's not one thing, it's all of
The
them.
map is getting a little
And
bit bigger.
then I would say, how about the build it? So right here on our side note, the chart here, I would put the 2 keys. I would be doing E. How about?
What the? This is so crazy.
I would probably do E Ionian for a while, and then I would go into Lydian and draw out that sharp 4, and in the key of G here.
This for you.
Yeah. And because we're in
I'll-
E major, in the key E major we have 4 sharps. Right? That 4th isn't one of them. So now we have 5 sharps. E Lydian is B major. E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Ha 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 ha. If you do it from B, ha 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 ha, it's just B major. Does that make sense? Cool, I thought it would. So I would do either of those, and how about this? We would
yeah, it does.
want to go back to the back to the A and get out of it, let's pick the D7 here, but let's do 2 secondary dominants. So our C, when we come down here,
Yeah.
we're going to do this over and over again. We're going to do this major 6, and then we're going to pull it into the, gotta write the same thing, major 6 sus.
Okay.
And then here, rather than doing the resolution, right?
Which would be the
We do this a bunch of times. Yeah, you do the same thing,
major,
right?
Yeah.
Instead of doing the resolution, let's go to 2 chords back to back. So we're skipping this, and these are inside the frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're back into A.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So ending this.
Oh, this and this,
You got
and then A would be the.
Yes. Now watch this. D, C, all, fine. Fine.
Finish.
Yeah, finish.
Okay,
Done.
real quick.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my little notepad thing, my thing.
Excellent. Cool. And this is how you write a 90s pop song. No, I'm just joking. This is just how you write a song. Or this is how I write a song. This is one method. This isn't the method, but it is a fun method to go through and to learn a little bit. I'm going to turn this around and answer a couple questions, but I want to feel this out because it's getting kind of late here. Don't know what time it is where you are, but it's 8 o'clock here in the great state of Hawaii. And when I say great, I mean amazingly great. It truly is.
These are old notes from last time. Circle, but this is the one I want to just look at.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Is this okay for me to have?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It
And
has all the modes here. And
it does. And the idea is you don't want to just look at this every time.
I'm not right.
Because your brain won't do the same
It
thing.
won't.
You
Yeah,
need to
you
write
need
it
to write it
down.
down.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Over and over and over
agree
again. But this is a great
100%.
visual.
Just for tonight. This is because this is showing me the sharps and the flats as I move up on the scale.
So your circle of fifths. Dun 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 dun. 1 5. 1 5 1 5 1 5.
Okay.
You don't have to go to this one, dun dun dun. You can go down the other 5 string. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. This
Dun
one,
dun
right.
dun.
So you were saying the E, you're gonna flat. So E, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and what you're seeing is this pattern. Ready? Ha 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 ha. See it? E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, or this one. Either one. And then if you do the other way, you move it this way. E, F sharp,
G sharp,
A, B, C sharp, D, E.
Right. So that'll tell me.
That's the one you're the best at.
That is the one I'm the best at.
I watch your fingers do that one all the
I
time.
am the one.
Now watch the one that helps you move up the fretboard.
Yep.
E, F sharp, G sharp,
Mm-hmm.
A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E.
E, F sharp, G sharp.
And the one thing that's not on here that, oh, it is, but it's not. Here's
You
what
can go ahead and write it.
I don't want to write on it, but I do want to point to it. Trying to move this too. Something too. So that's just one thing we're doing. We're looking at this here. We're talking about the fretboard knowledge and how to go through. Oh, I love cheeseburgers, guac. Do you like guacamole on cheeseburgers? I know that's an inside question, and I'm not diluting the fact here with a lot of extra knowledge, but you know, avocados are wonderful, and I hope you don't live in the U.S. right now because avocados are going to be like $500 an avocado in the next 2 months.
You know, just the other day I bought this guy gas and traded him for avocados.
Oh, for sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 8 avocados and
Delicious.
like 5 gallons. He was
Good.
all stoked.
All right, so what we're looking for are patterns. If you find the R, it's your root, yeah? Well, let's look at ioning here. And the root here, if we're doing the root, they're calling our root here, what?
G.
G? Oh, that's an open phrasing? Funny. That's weird. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G.
Yeah, GG. Yeah.
That's the third pattern. Here's the first pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's uncomfortable because that 7 feels so far away. You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I hope
it's 7.
Yes.
I like that
So
7 though.
yeah, but watch this. Ha 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 ha. flat 7, playing Mixolydian, I use first position Mixolydian all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I never play first position Ionian. I always play second position. 1, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret.
I like that one.
Right? Because it's easier to play that major 7. Yes, absolutely. And then lastly, if I want to go up the fretboard, I'll do my root 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then I'll hit my 7th here. And then it leads me to do a finger switch over, and now I'm in this quadrant.
To root. Yeah, and back to
so there's a quadrant here
and here.
Yeah, quadrant here, quadrant here, and quadrant here. And between that, you could play every modus and every scale.
It just moves down like this and diagonal.
That is correct. So, one of the really cool takeaways that we had from today, just writing, is one, you can use the circle fifths to do stuff. Guitar guys, yeah. Hi, Lewis. How you doing? Yeah. Now I'm a little hungry, although I did have a mean plate of Lala earlier. No.
I'm getting hungry too.
I know, my brain works. Play some Corrosion. Hey, everybody who's on this channel right now that's suggesting stuff, I love it. I'm not able to go back on my YouTube feeds and look at the comments. I don't know where it went unless I got rid of it. I don't know how to do it. I need help. Long story short is, after this is over, comment on any of my channel comments and I will learn the song you were talking about. That is my superpower. Do you play guitar? Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna try to play right now. We're gonna Blaine's too. Close my eyes and hi Samuel. Close my eyes, yeah. You wouldn't say make B flat, you would say raise it by making a natural. There are many ways to say it, Ishmael, and thank you for chiming in. Let's see. Yeah, naturally, I don't know. It depends on the key signature, Ishmael. You don't want to have two notes because we don't say things twice. When talking about flattening and diminishing, we're talking about the function of going down in a half step or the shortest distance between two notes in music. When we're talking about chord relativity and enharmonic equivalencies, we're talking about in the key of G, you wouldn't call it an E sharp because you already have a major 6 as being the E. You don't want a minor 7th as being an E as well. Cool, so I would say the feeling of having this is fun. I like that B major, B minor, A minor, E minor, and then common tonality switch. It would feel like Eagles. Yeah. So after grooving. Yeah, and after a while, getting in the groove, keeping that E, I would probably move to like a... Want to get bluesy, add the dominant. You want to get your 7th. Don't want to get anywhere. Want to be Incubus? Add the add a augmented 4th or something weird. Dang, I wish I had longer fingers to actually pick.
This is action.
It'll happen.
Like you.
And then how do we end this song? Go to the after this. Let's pick 2 secondary dominant chords. The last of which that we're gonna want. The last of which we're gonna want is gonna be the 5 dominant. Let's put another 5 dominant here. Which one of these you want to tonicify?
Which one?
So right now we have D. It's in the key of G as the 5th.
Yeah.
We can put A here, A major is
Yeah,
the
A
2.
major. I was,
so,
yeah,
so you're
cherry.
feeling?
I was already kind
So
of.
if we put
flowing on that
A7,
with
A
the
dominant
fretboard.
7, that chord goes to D. Why? A is the 5th of D.
A is the 5th of D.
So
Yes,
when
it
you
is.
play
Yes,
A7
it is.
and then D7, it sounds great going back into G. Because D7 ipso facto is an F sharp diminished. So the whole concept behind this whole thing is if we have this kind of like minor tonality with the E minor, let's play this as a rock ballad. Cool. So we tried it in 90s pop, or we could try it in like
90s pop.
like Spanish, like
Okay.
A7, D7. D7, back in the groove. And if I ever heard you do, we just did something called a Piccadilly third. We altered the ending from being in a minor key, like E minor or G major, to being an E major. And since we already highlighted
Cool.
the E major here, it wouldn't be swearing. So cool? Did you have fun?
I had a great
All right, cool. So I would love every time we get together to use some sort of musical theory jargon like this, learn more creative words. And
If you're
the idea is,
patient, man,
oh no, the
because-
idea is I love doing this. If when we get away from like like talking about it. You just do it. It's fun because it's like that aha moment. You can do it instantly on stage. And like cues, if we're playing on stage and you're like, I'm not digging it, and you're like, listen. You look at me, you pinch your ear, and you're like, listen, go up, major second. So if we're playing this whole thing, and I already know how to look at this and go like, okay, we're in the key of G. This is E minor.
This is crazy.
Go up a major second. What is that? We're in
major
G.
second.
Go up a major second.
B? I'm tall.
What's the tonic? What's the root?
G.
What's the major second? What's the minor
A.
second? Yeah, A. So tonicify A. We're now in A. So when you view this, you're like, oh, what's the sixth of A? F sharp. So watch the difference.
6 A, F sharp, yeah.
Down here when we did this, and then go A, E. Let's say you didn't want to go there, you did something like that. Go up a major second. Well, what's the chord going into A? A, B, C sharp, D, E. So do A7, D7, E7, and now play F sharp into B minor, into E. Right? Now we're in the key of A. We're doing the same progression. We're doing the same progression that's written on the board now. The 6, 2, 5, 1. But now we're in the key of
So
A.
major 1 would be G, major 2 would be A.
Yeah,
major 3
all
would
these could be
B.
majors.
Right, it's just like major 2, major 3.
The idea
whatever,
is
signal me
in
and
7 notes we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished A. But all of those could be G major, A major, B major, C major, D major, E major, F sharp major, then G major.
Right.
It's just bland. It's white toast.
It is.
Life is
it's,
not happy. It is sad and
It
happy.
is sawdust.
Hello.
Hun.
Do I have to go home?
No.
Okay.
I think this is the most I've learned from you yet.
Okay, good.
Today.
I just need to know what since I
I
don't.
tried calling you.
I know, but I need you to light the fire.
Cool. Thanks, Rush.
You
We
mind if I
just
come back real quick?
Can I come
no
back?
problem.
Can I
No
come
problem,
back
no
for
problem.
Like 2 minutes?
No problem. I'm probably gonna have to bounce here shortly. Ish. I don't know. If my wife's on the stream, if I could have another half an hour, that'd be fun.
You can stay here as long as she says it's okay.
Hey! Take that advice.
Cool. I do work tomorrow though. Don't I? What's today? Sunday? Yeah, I work tomorrow.
Sunday.
I
Tomorrow
feel
is
like,
our off day.
Yeah.
yes.
We've been going cuckoo.
That's
But this is a nice ending for the cuckoo
Groovy.
for me.
Well, tell you what. After Aaliyah's recital, if you can make it out, that'd be amazing. If
Oh,
not,
yeah.
no sweats.
So, here,
But I don't want to put you guys in any weirdness, you know. So
okay.
it all good.
I'm late for
we're gonna do fire.
Right. First things first.
Light my fire.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
There we go.
Yeah, Crush, I mean, the idea is I've been playing for quite a long time. Zach has played for some pretty prominent reggae bands, but he's never played anything other than reggae. He's really good at holding down that pocket on reggae, and he's the father of one of my students, or past students, but I come over here and I do lessons with them now, and I really enjoy his company. We get along very well. He is true awesome, true Kanaka, true awesome possum person. He and his family are great, and I'm very grateful to have met them, and I respect them deeply. So he and I hopefully are going to be long-term buddies. That's kind of what we talked. We don't have to conquer the world today, but as long as my hands are functioning and my brain works, I want to play music on this island. There are no places to play on this island. So I want to be the change that I'd like to see, which means what I've learned in this reality is nobody really gives a darn toot about me. And that's fine. I've come to accept that, but I care about other people. So what I would like to do is form a drug and alcohol-free community center for people to do music. Not so much like the Derek Zoolander school for kids who can't read so well, but you know, something a little bigger. But yeah, it's hard to do that. I'm finding out information and trying to go through the process of finding out who did what, how they did it, and why it failed, and then go from there. Hardest process is probably in the next 2 or 3 months to the next 4 years. In the next month or so, I am going to get monetized on YouTube. I've got almost the 4,000 hours. And then at that point, I'm going to be relying on hopefully some super chats, stuff like that, putting out more product and having fun with it. This channel has a lot of information. It should be great for somebody to play a little bit of music, and then learn through the process. Plus, get to know me. Get to know somebody who's trying really hard in their 40s to do the thing that they should have tried to do in their tens, in their teens and 20s. Nice, love it, man. Thank you very much. Follow the journey. The whole point is Zach's a pretty rockin' dude, and he's got a YouTube channel. Give me 2 seconds, man. Oh, I can't. Can I?